Hello and welcome to another video from erpdrill.com. In this video we'll be talking about HANA Support Pack 7, which is by far the most requested software on our website. We've created a package that's easy to use for everyone, whether you're a Windows user or Linux user, it doesn't matter. It's very easy to use. Follow the video. We will talk about the minimum system requirements. We will talk about the SSD RAM option. What are the installed components by default? How to turn on your HANA Support Pack 7 from Linux, how to turn it on and turn it off, how to connect to HANA from an external machine, and what's included in the download packages. So these are stuff we're going to talk about. The most important thing for HANA, to run HANA, is that you need a SSD hard drive. So the minimum SSD you need is a 240 gig hard drive, and a 7mm means that it can be fitted onto a laptop, and it's only $120 with shipping. So it's very cost effective and it's incredibly easy to use. You need this especially if you don't have 32 gigs of RAM on your server. 480 gigs is about $240 with shipping, and 960 GB. If you want to install Business Suite into your HANA database, you need 960 GB minimum. So now let's go ahead. Assume that you have a 240 GB SSD drive. Let's go ahead and see what SSD option is. So in your workstation, there is an option where you can convert your 32 gigs or 64 gigs of virtual memory. This is the RAM of the VMware. You can convert it to your SSD. So select this option, the third option that says allow most virtual memory to be swapped. So basically it's converting your virtual RAM into an SSD RAM. So that is the SSD RAM option. And this is in the memory folder. I will show you how to do that later on in the video. So guys with only 8 gigs of RAM or 16 gigs of RAM, you can make it work by getting an SSD and making sure that your 32 gigs of RAM or 64 gigs of virtual RAM, that's your VMware RAM, is now swapped into SSD. So it is, you don't see any degrading, in maybe a minimum performance degrade. So this is the VMware. Before we go into the VMware, let me show you the installed components. So the installed components by default is the HANA Studio, obviously, which is version SP7. That's a 7 here. Lifecycle Manager is the installation manager. This what you're looking at is the lifecycle management. There's a database client. AFL is a bunch of library or application function libraries which has the business function and the predictive analysis, PAL. It's basically used for modeling and extractions and stuff like that. And LC apps is installed by default. And those are the installed components. That's a full, complete HANA SP7 package is installed. Now let's go into the actual HANA database. We've installed HANA on a SASE Linux SP3. That's Service Pack 3. That's the latest version. So you can see it's Service Pack 3 and it's on a 64-bit. It's the latest version. I won't be going into a lot of HANA, on Linux details. We'll be just showing you exactly how to turn it on and turn it off. Linux is not very difficult. It's very easy to use. It's a lot like Windows. All the control panel stuff is here, but it's good to know the command line as well, and so to turn off, you have to log out and log into your SAP HANA user, which is the SID HA1 followed by ADM. Oops, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna retry that. It's HA1 ADM followed by the password, which will be given to you. And this brings you to the main screen. This is the administrator user, HA1 user for Linux, for your HANA database, and this is the default directory. So now you open this directory in terminal, and HDB is the default database. Info is a instruction to see if it's turned on. Now you can see it's turned off. HDB start is how you start HDB. Make sure it's in capital letters. Doesn't matter what your SID is, always HTB is the command for starting, START, and it will start the database. So once it starts, it will bring you back to the command line, so you can run further commands. So that's how you know the function has started. So it's just beginning to start. Now we go back to our Windows side. Now we want to install Studio. So this package will be given to you. So you will get all of this stuff. You will get the SLT. That's to import data from your ECC machine or Windows CRM, SRM machine, whatever machine you want to import data from BI. You can do that using SLT. So this component will be given to you as well for all versions. Will be given to you in the download, and you will get all of this Studio. So we're going to install Windows Studio here, but before we install Windows Studio, we have to set up Java. So Java will be given to you as well. So let's install Java. I'm going to install that. Okay, so Java is installed now, and let's continue with the all right, buddy. Close tabs. We just installed it. Let's try again. Okay, so now it's continuing. We'll install the complete package. Let's go back to our VMware and see that it's running. It's still starting. It's still starting. So let it start while we install our Okay, so Studio has successfully installed, and now we're going to go and start Studio Hana. This is from our Windows machine, right? So the VMware is here. We're going to minimize the VMware, and we're going to connect from our Windows machine. Okay, we're going to close the welcome screen. We're going to add a system. This IP is the IP of the VMware, so you will know your IP by default. 192.6a. Yeah. This is my IP. The instance number is always 00, or whatever the instance number of your HANA database is. For us is 00, and we're going to call it the and by database user. I'm going to store the user password. So there it is. So now you're connected externally from this. Now this machine can be anywhere, right? Anywhere, and then you can connect to it from anywhere else in the thing, as long as your router allows external connection. So in VMware, you can turn off your firewall. So all that stuff can be network services. You can turn off your firewall, turn on, just make sure that everything is off before you try and connect externally. Now we know the SAP thing has started, because now you're back to the menu where it's asking you for another input. Okay, the services are running, as you can see. So it's all good. Now to stop the HTTP server, you click on HTTP STOP. Okay, now you wait for it to stop, and you'll know it stopped once you get the command line to enter other commands in. So now you can come in, and this is the studio that's installed on our Windows server. Okay, so you can start your HANA database from your Windows Studio as well. See, now you're back to the command line. So okay guys, so that's basically your HANA server. It's very simple. We will be getting into more details. So what do you get with your package? So you will get the entire HANA download, which is the default download. You can install other components on another machine if you want, or you can modify your current machine, so that you will be getting this package, and you will be getting the SLT. The SLT is there so that you can connect to other components of SAP, like BW 7.4, 7.3, or ECC. You import the component for the relevant version. This is upgrade. You import this component into your ECC machine, and then you can add your ECC into the HANA database. So we'll be making videos for that in the future, but this is just a basic video on what you're getting, and you're getting a fully loaded version of HANA, and it's downloadable, and that's everything guys. So hopefully you enjoyed the video, and see you later.